This episode of Film Learnin is brought to you by 5DayDeal. Hey guys, and welcome to what feels like the first video in forever. I mean, I seriously had to blow dust off my camera and find all of my lighting equipment just so I can make this damn thing. So in case you didn't see my little update video like 8 months ago, I became the father of a third child. I now have 3 kids. 2 daughters that are under 2, and I have my 6-year-old son, Dexter. So that's a lot to take in. So what I thought I'd do today is just do a little studio tour just to show you what has changed, because a lot has changed. And then from there, I'm gonna jump into why I'm making this video today. So let's get into it. So for starters, right off the bat, apart from noticing how much fatter I am, thank you for noticing, you probably saw this pinball machine in the background. Now, this is my baby. This is my virtual pinball machine that was built by a company called Retroplay down in Melbourne, and it is awesome. I am going to make a video on what goes into this and just some gameplay and sort of stuff later on when I do have some time, because the reason I'm making this video right now is because I have a finite window where 2 of my children are in daycare and my son's at school, so I have about 2 more hours to get this all done before mayhem ensues. So yeah, this thing's really awesome. It has roughly about 400 different pinball tables on it. It reacts like a regular pinball machine. I will talk about it again in a future video, but previously you would have just seen a cabinet there with all my filmmaking equipment. Now it's actually a lot more fun. Now gang, I'm not going to jump into the shop purely because I just want to show off what's here. So essentially, this was where the green screen was. The entire thing was taken up by the green screen previously. When I took that down, there was a bunch of junk behind it, and we've essentially made my gaming paradise, mine and my son's gaming paradise. So all the way down here, we've got everything from the original NES top loader, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii, Wii U, yes, the Wii U, and the Switch. By the way, the Wii U is awesome. Down below that, we've got the PlayStation 4, Super Nintendo Classic, NES Classic, PlayStation Classic, which sucks by the way, the Atari Flashback 10, we have a Genesis Flashback or Mega Drive, PlayStation 2, and that's about it. And every single one of those systems is wired into that big ass TV. And then of course we've got all my stupid toys all up there, which I will cut to some B-roll of what I've got there. You can see I have a 90s Bart Simpson doll, which I picked off Facebook Marketplace. Probably the most obscure toy I have up there is that Ed Grimley doll there from the Martin Short cartoon series. It was very, very short-lived in the late 80s. I found that he actually existed and I simply had to pick that thing up. And I've also got this awesome 1990 TMNT movie Raphael, which is, he's just so cool and huge, and he weighs about 7 kilos, which is insane. So moving on from there, we have the other wall. Now you can see that my comics there haven't changed. That entire display hasn't changed since Film Learnin really started up, maybe the 2nd season, but you can see that some things have changed. For example, there is now a ball pit in that area, and there's a whole bunch of toys, you know. Well, it's inevitable, guys. I have 3 kids that are under 6 years old. They need toys in here because they spend a lot of time in here. But what you can see is my awesome Super Mario Brothers tribute door that I painted myself. I am going to put up a video about how I did that. Once again, I'm not committing to a date because I have no idea, but I did film a whole bunch of stuff during the making of that. And of course, up at the top, I do actually have a shelf with the rest of my Ninja Turtles from Neko. Those ones are the 7-inch models. Moving on, and here is the other wall, and this is where Film Learnin was always filmed. Where that Simpsons poster is right there was where the Film Learnin wallpaper was, with the big logo and all that sort of stuff. And right now, there's just a Simpsons poster that my wife bought me, and a couple of shelves with some Mario and Pokemon and just random crap. And then we have these cinema chairs now that we use to chillax out here when we do have some spare time, my wife, my friends, and all that sort of thing. And we just pull those forward and they recline back, and it's just an awesome time out here. And of course there's my PC, which has been downgraded a little bit. I used to have a 43-inch 4K monitor. Now I've just downgraded that to a 1080p screen because I do work a lot less on it. Last but not least is the final wall, and this hasn't changed too much. The only difference really is that the arcade machine is now over there. I would have that switched on, but I'm in the process of making the PC in there a little bit smaller, so it's not operational at the moment. I have two little cute recliner chairs down there for my kids, and there's Dexter's gaming chair, and that's not the Wiggles one. That's one for my daughter Luna. And of course up here we have Fred in his full glory. We also have an It's a Me Mario there. I got him ridiculously cheap in a Target and I just had to pick him up. And of course up there we have one of my early Ninja Turtle comics. The other one, actually, the one that's more expensive, was knocked off the wall by that foam thing, which I cannot seem to keep up there. It's been up for 3 days now and I'm praying that it stays up there because I want to put my expensive stuff back up there again. So gang, some things that you might not have seen on screen, well of course you've seen Fred, and you are aware of my proclivity for buying movie and TV related dolls that are somewhat weird and creepy. So I'd like to present to you my Steve Urkel doll. This is a talking Steve Urkel doll. He is a ring pull and he is from 1991. Still in the box, and this did not cost anywhere near as much as you think it would.
Let me introduce you to the Urkel doll. He's got my looks, my laugh, my voice, and all. Can I do that? So if you can't have me, get the next best thing, Talking Urkel. I just pull my string. The one and only Talking Urkel doll.
So somebody had this thing in their attic or in a closet or something for 30 years before deciding to sell it, and it is in remarkable condition and as creepy as all hell, and I absolutely love it. The voice box does not work very well at all. That's kind of the case with these ring pull things, but just as a display piece, it is just a chef's kiss. Which kind of brings us to the reason for today's sponsor and today's video. There is a creepier doll out there. A much, much creepier one from 1991. And it is a Macaulay Culkin Home Alone talking doll. Now, at the moment, this doll is expensive. And I've been told that I am not to buy any more creepy movie memorabilia / creepy dolls, because it's not in the budget. So I thought, why not create a budget? So that brings us to today's sponsor, 5DayDeal, who are now offering their awesome bundle for just 5 days, starting right now, and it's $98 for over $4,000 worth of content. So how about we check that out? Okay gang, so here we are in the main bundle. So when you spend your $98, this is what you'll be getting. So I'm just going to keep scrolling, and this is everything. So as you can see right off the top of the bat, there is a fair bit of stuff. So you've got cinematic drone sequence, a instruction course on how to fly cinematically. Now guys, I have done drone stuff before and I suck at it. So getting something like this is going to be really, really handy for anyone that's doing sort of drone work, because it's not the easiest thing to do. I mean, people make it look easy, but it's not. Video editing with Adobe Premiere Pro, it's beginning to advance from Cinecom.net. How can you go wrong with those guys? They are fantastic. Final Cut Pro X editing, I've never opened up Final Cut Pro in my life, so take what you will from that. AE Academy Volume 2, you can't go wrong with more After Effects training. No one can. How to Light Interiors Volume 1 by Filmmakers Academy. Now, anything that instructs you on how to light anything properly is invaluable, because making your image look great is, pardon none, fantastic for filmmaking. Monster Sound Effects by Triune Digital. We we all know that the guys over at Filmer and Train Digital make fantastic sound effects. I have a whole bunch of their packs from the 5-day deal from 2020 and the 5-day deal from 2021, and they are amazing. Next we have 30 massive VFX explosion packs. Well, who doesn't like a good explosion, honestly? If you don't, who are you? Next up is Premiere Gal's Creator Pack. Let's face it, there's no problem with getting even more training on Adobe Premiere Pro. I've been using it for 20 years, I still don't have it all figured out. Next up we have Cine Effects Volume 1 and their Premium LUT Pack. I mean, who doesn't like a whole bunch of LUTs? Just throw them in there, why not? And they also have 300 cinematic sounds. Now, I have used some of their stuff before and it is really, really good. Next up is Budget Maximizer 2.0. Tired of not knowing how much to charge? Yeah. Doing all my freelance stuff, I am shocking at knowing how much to charge, so that's definitely one I'll be checking out, as I have actually purchased this. The power of music editing, another thing that I suck at. That's why I always default to Filmstro when I'm doing my music. The ultimate hyperlapse course, I have no idea how to do hyperlapses, so that's going to be really handy to check out. CRT Master, a happy editing mini course. I don't know what that's about. I know a CRT is an old TV, so maybe it's a way of doing CRT effects. I don't know. I'm interested to check it out. It's part of the pack. Next is the Expedite and Explore LUT packs. Can't go wrong with more LUT packs. Why not? Next is the 5-day deal Vault membership. 12-month access. I know the Creative Highway thing. Like, I've actually, if I bring it up, just one second. So this here is the Creative Highway from 5-day deal. This is essentially just the viewing platform for all of the courses that are in this pack. I mean, you can see there's tons of them and they're all at your fingertips. So you don't have to sort of download individual courses. You get 12 months access to this pack. Oh, that's something I'm going to check out. Let's move on, shall we? So next up is Austin Paul's product video lighting course. If anyone's doing any stuff on Instagram or any of those other sites that I'm too old to actually know about, product video lighting, very handy to know about. Next is a visual collection for creative professionals. I'm assuming that's just motion graphics stuff. Not entirely sure about that. I'll have to check that out more. The Epic 4K Video Creator Pack Advanced Video Editing Bundle. It looks like it's a whole bunch of motion graphics packs and titles and all sorts of stuff. Awesome. Next is CRT textures in 4K, which, you know, that's a bit of a funny one, considering there's no such thing as a 4K CRT, but I digress. 200 plus assets scanned on real CRT tech. Awesome. Next up is Film Packs HD Stock Footage Pack for 2022. Can never go wrong with good stock footage. Now, if you actually get into the Pro bundle, you've got the Editing Secrets Course and Toolkit by Film Editing Pro, you've got Color Grading Secrets, Unreal Engine 5 Beginner Course. As I mentioned, I will be checking that out, so that's from cinecom.net. You've got How to Color Correct in Adobe Premiere. I would love to check that out because I'm shocking at that. I just go, I'll just throw something from Magical Looks on it. W Rates Masterclass. Who wouldn't like that? I'd like to double my rates, that's for sure. Vintage Film Overlays 4K and HD, sure. Why not? VHS CD tape sound effects. Yes, more sound effects from Train Digital. Neon elements. Why not? Original film split screens and film burns. Sure. Love those sort of things. And if you get the complete charity bundle, which is the main, the pro, the charity, plus the bonus, you get a Boris FX Particle Illusion plugin, Cinematic Textures Music Pack, YouTuber Pro Masterclass by Full-Time Filmmaker, After Effects Essentials by Steve Ramsden. The Electric Pack from Train Digital looks awesome, absolutely awesome. Superhero LUTs by Train Digital, the Audio Ninja Starter Pack, and a Film Pack 4K Stock Footage Pack. That's even better than HD. That's 4K. So, as you can see, guys, you got a lot in the main bundle, you got even more in the Pro bundle, and then if you get the bonus bundle on top of that, you're getting so much stuff. So much. For very little. It's like $4,000 for bugger all. Thank you, Grant. That was exhaustive. Now, guys, I know it's a weird thing to say. Can you please use the affiliate link down below and purchase this awesome bundle? It is awesome, by the way. To help fund me buying an otherwise unaffordable creepy ass doll that's 30 years old. But Essentially, that's what I'm asking. Okay, gang, I think that's going to do it for this video. I don't want to drag it on too much longer because, you know, I am pretty rusty. It's the first video I've made in forever and I'm still trying to dust off the old cobwebs. But I am going to be back with some more videos soon enough. But all I do is encourage you to just hit the link below, check out the 5-day deal bundle. If it's something you feel like you want to purchase, go for it. If not, no skin off my nose, guys. Just note that all proceeds that come from that affiliate link will go towards buying me that disturbingly creepy Home Alone Kevin doll that's going to be put on the shelf and terrify my children and my wife and all guests for many moons to come.